Well, Missourians will vote next week in the state primary, deciding, among other things, who will face off for governor. The top Republican candidates debated here in studio 1 week ago.
Tonight, our political editor, Mark Maxwell, is digging in to verify several of the claims you heard them make.
Right now, fewer than 25% of Missouri 8th graders are proficient in math and reading.
We can verify that's true. The nation's report card shows 28% of Missouri 8th graders are proficient in reading, 24% in math, but fewer than 25% in both. We pressed Senator Bill Eigel to explain how a governor who swears an oath to execute state laws could legally deport undocumented migrants who broke a federal one.
And if they've broken no Missouri law, what jail would hold them? What court would allow it?
Well, first of all, they are breaking the law by being here.
Eigel's campaign could not point to one state law that prohibits undocumented migrants from entering Missouri.
The first thing we need to understand is that the United States Constitution, not the Missouri State Constitution, requires that the federal government protect states from invasion.
That's true. It's the U.S. Constitution that says the U.S. shall protect each state against invasion.
The only thing that Officer DeValconaire is guilty of is protecting his partner when a suspect drew a weapon on him.
That's false. Neither DeValconaire nor his partner ever testified in court that they saw Cameron Lamb with a gun, just that DeValconaire thought he saw the victim's left hand sliding down toward what he suspected might have been a weapon. No one has ever claimed in court that Lamb drew a weapon. Then, Jay Ashcroft attempted to correct a moderator's question asking about his proposal to phase out the income tax.
It's less than a third of the state's budget. The state income tax was $8.5 billion last year. We're looking at a budget of over $50 million, so let's make sure we get our facts right about that.
The total Missouri budget includes $26 billion in federal funds. The state income tax was $8.2 billion last year, which is roughly 1/3 of the total state revenue portion of the budget. So the moderator's question was correct. And then...
That was a lot of lies in 1 minute, Jay. I mean, that was pretty amazing.
My colleague here calls Lieutenant Governor Kehoe a Democrat when he voted the same way as he did 89.2% of the time.
That was true in 2017 and 18.
They have both voted for massive increases in the gas tax.
Not true. Eigel proposed one, but never voted for it.
They've both been against the initiative petition reform.
Eigel says he's for IP reform, but his actions have at times blocked its progress.
They've both voted to allow foreign entities to buy land in our state.
That is true.
And I would not be proud of all the small dollar donations I got when it turns out that they were from scamming Trump donors who thought they were donating to President Trump, when in fact it was going to Senator Eigel. And in fact, President Trump had to send him a cease and desist letter because of what he was doing to the MAGA movement.
Also true. And finally,
is $18 for a hot dog not enough money for these billionaire owners? I think it is.
You can buy a hot dog for $4 at a Royals game and $10.50 at a Chiefs game. With your Verify, I'm Mark Maxwell.
We put together a voter guide for Tuesday's primary. Just text the word guide to 314-425-5355 and we'll send you a link.